What's up, everybody? It's Jeff Fetters here for your weekly Federation of Champions breakdown. But before we get going, we got to give a shout out to our sponsorship this week, The Dab. So succulent, so smooth. Light the metal thing up, look like a crackhead, but you're smoking pot. But still to look like a crackhead. The smoothest delicacy you could have with marijuana. Introducing The Dab. Delicious. All right, let's get started. So we had a pretty crazy week. We survived 1 week of the COVID chaos. We'll probably have a few more coming up. Like I said, you can put 5 people on your injured reserve. If we need to expand it, I will. So if you run out of room, I'll figure that out. It's not a big deal. But we're not going to let COVID get in the way of fantasy football. I will keep putting out alerts of who you can and can't put on your IR. But if that team even has a simple fact of not playing or playing on an opposite day of what they're supposed to because of COVID, you can go ahead and throw them on there. Plain and simple. I don't care, even if they play that week. Don't try to use it too much of it as an advantage. There's also one more thing I need to hit on before we get into the other breakdowns is that if you guys have any questions, answers, anything I can help with, give me a call at 734-330-7502. I feel like there's a couple people in here that might be new and might need some advice, especially on free agency and how it works. We have people that have people injured still on their team that won't be coming back and they could be filling them spots. And nobody's out of it yet. There's a lot of the people, even that have 0-4, have decent teams, and they're only 1 or 2 spots out of the playoff spots. Remember, the top 3 in each position, each division make it. So 6 out of the 10 teams make it to the playoffs for the shot at the big money. I don't like seeing people not set their lineups. I know it does happen, especially with COVID and everything, but I try to give plenty of time. You can pick people up all the way on Sunday morning before the games start. As soon as Sunday hits, like 3 o'clock in the morning, you start picking people up and dropping them instantly without auction prices. So I eliminated I added that so we wouldn't have any illegal lineups, so you could actually do it anytime. So let's get into the breakdown. Hit that fucking theme music. All right, Buddies Ballers, 191.8 and Kellen's Winslow's knocked out date 195.1. That was definitely the game of the week. The big ball crusher to the Buddies Ballers is that he started the Cowboys defense, who got negative 3.4. He lost by 3.3. If he got a 0 on defense, he would have done better. That's one of the biggest ball kicks ever. No pun intended. One thing you can do, you lost Nick Chubb. You have 3 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers is a stud, dude. Let me give you a little advice. I would trade Aaron Rodgers for running back. I'm only doing that just because you're new, but trade it for a running back. And by the way, if anyone needs a running back, I got like 6 of them. I have too many. I'm ready to get rid of one, so hit me up. Colts Bills 45s, 147. Miller time 127. This is the shithole game of the week. Dan almost put that many points up by himself. The YouTube teams combined for. Colts 45, however, you did get the first win of the year for you, but you would only beat 2 other teams, so take it as it comes. But hey, wins are wins. RDK 158, Ric Flair drip 165.4. Basically, RDK lost because of his wide receivers and his flex plays. It's not really his fault. Marvin Jones sucks, and the Lions decide not to go to him. Russell Gage, Falcons looked horrible. Russell Gage was still the second or third leading receiver. He only had 4 points. Jovid-19, 177. The butt plug fund 232.6. Definitely Dan put on the performance of the week. He is who we thought they were at the draft. I thought he was one of the best teams out there. He had one hell of a draft. He continues that. Just putting up crazy numbers. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Sorry about that. I'm going to leave that in the video. COVID-19, like I said, we need to talk about free agency. Enough! I hate little dogs. That's not my dog, by the way. Anyway, COVID-19, we need to talk about free agency and pickups. Give me a call if you want. Set lineup, stuff like that. Basically, you had a kicker that was playing that was bagging groceries. Literally. He's not even in the NFL right now, as far as I know. He got fired like 3 weeks ago. But granted, that's not your fault. Drafted you some pretty shitty players towards the end. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just the getting all fired up at the draft, if you know what I mean. Titty Shakers, a little letdown, 127 to 195. Trading stays undefeated. The Washington Redskins undefeated still. It's basically the polar opposite of the Washington football team these days. But wait until next week. That's all I'm going to say. Next week has huge games, huge implications all across the board. I'm going to talk about that real quick. Dak Prescott's player of the week, dude. Calvin Ridley's the shittiest guy in the world, 0.0. He had a chance on basically the first play to make a big play, and he sucks. Plain and simple. He's not a stud receiver. He's no Julio Jones, and Matt Ryan is basically Matt Stafford, and is falling apart in front of our eyes. That wraps up that week. But next week, let's talk about this. It's like a huge separation week. We got the Washington Redskins at the Butt Plug Foundation to see who has the best overall record possibly. The other 3-1 teams, Ric Flair Drip and Winslow's Knocked Out Dates, get at it at 3-1. That's a big game. And to separate who has the shittiest team, Buddies Ballers and Cold Spills 45 go at it. REK and Titty Shakers for the third playoff spot in that division, and Miller Time and Jobin19 basically for another playoff spot. This is a huge week coming up. This is the week you definitely want to win. This is where it starts to heat up, and this is where the shit talking starts to fly. We got buddies playing buddies. I'm going to be loudmouth. All I know is Ric Flair Drip. You got a decent team, but I'm going to fucking destroy it. You got to put up you got to come with at least 200. 195 is like my average right now, son. So let's get fired up. Let's make some transactions, some free agencies, and hope COVID fucks itself. Have a good one.